right, guys.
Welcome to another episode.
The Morewood Chronicles.
Here we are again, wearing the same clothes as last time.
I mean, I got a sweater on. I'm always wearing it.
It's
So
because it's the same day.
same day, same day of listening to great music. So it's not a
Yeah.
bad day. As you can see, this is Michael Jackson Thriller, one of the most iconic albums
Right,
ever.
of
even
all time.
even the picture, like everyone knows it.
Yep.
Like you see
Um,
it.
Now, it says here that it was 1982, and it says on Billboard that it was 1983. So
Could have it probably hit the billboards
in
It was-
83?
It was released probably like December or something,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
Carried over and hit the charts.
So there's obviously, for me at least, I know a lot of people are easily separate Michael Jackson, the person, from Michael Jackson, the artist. I don't have that easy a time, especially for the things that he has been accused of doing. He was never proven to have done any of the things that he's been accused of doing. But regardless, I mean, I know he's settled a lot of cases out of court. He's done a lot of things. I'm going to try my best to separate my feelings on Michael Jackson, the person, from Michael Jackson, the artist who created Thriller. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. We'll see.
I just can't see how a person who writes a song called "Heal the World" and "Man in the Mirror" could ever do anything to hurt anybody.
I mean, but it's pretty clear.
It's pretty clear he was not mentally okay.
Right.
He did some he allowing children to stay in your house is not okay. But did
Yeah.
he do? I don't believe he did anything to them.
I mean,
And I don't know any parent who would take a lump sum of money if they really believed that their child was actually hurt by somebody.
well, yeah, it's.
It's and outside of that,
I mean, we can agree to disagree because
Yeah.
there people will often surprise you and shock you, and
I won't deprive myself of entertainment and enjoying something because of somebody else, even if he was accused of it, and found guilty. Like say like Mike Tyson, he was found guilty of
Exactly,
what
yeah.
he did, and I will still watch Mike Tyson fight any day of the week.
oh yeah,
Because it's entertaining, and I'm not going to deprive myself of that. People don't agree with Colin Kaepernick what he did.
Yeah.
They won't watch the NFL now because of it.
yeah,
No, thank you. I like watching
Yep,
football.
it's
and,
fun.
So that's where the separation comes from.
yeah.
know.
It's for a lot of things, especially of the things he was been accused of doing. It's more difficult for me to separate
it.
that kind of thing. But that's my own issues.
Sure.
That's my own cross to bear. I don't expect anyone to feel the same as I do. And
No, a lot of people do. I mean, it's. I was just having a conversation. Just,
no,
you know,
no,
to-
and
to
that's
have
all.
the
That's all
conversation.
that I ever wanted, or
Yeah.
would want to do. But it's this is going to be a tough one for me to personally separate,
Yeah.
just because of what it is and what he's been accused of doing, and what
Sure.
I feel like he's probably capable of doing. Also, what this brings me to is the other half of this little political diatribe that I'm going off on is we have a significant mental health issue in this country, especially as it relates to people who have fame and fortune.
Yeah.
It's also you can look at what happened to people like Britney Spears and like one of the people on the other side of this whole thing, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Like it happens time and time and time and time again. Parents exploiting their children for fame and fortune
Mhm.
and things like that. The Jackson family, that was not okay. What happened to those kids? What?
Well, I mean, there's a flip side of that coin, man.
Yeah,
There was a poor black family in one of the poorest cities in America where this father
where they
took
yeah
took what 8 or 9 children. Not one of them went to jail. Not one of them made a crime. They all were successful.
Yep.
And yes, were his tactics, on borderline abusive, and did it mess them up mentally? But could they have been drug dealers and rapists and killers growing up in the environment they did? They sure could have.
yeah.
Very easily.
That's very true.
You know, he did. I think I don't agree with the over abuse of it, but it could have been a lot worse.
That's very true.
There are a lot of fathers that just left
Mm-hmm.
their children
Yeah.
and did nothing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's and
There's two sides to every argument.
I'm being devil's advocate in that, saying that because I always look at the positive and negative of both outcomes.
Yeah.
Because that is a truth of the fact that he did raise some pretty successful
Yeah,
children.
there's no denying the family is mega talented.
Yeah.
So,
But,
all right.
Music wise, all politics, everything.
Yeah, that's what we're not a
know.
politics or an argument podcast or
Yeah,
true crime podcast. We're
can-
not into any of that.
I
So
can have another channel about that
Yeah.
if you want.
we'll get into the other side of this if you want, and then we can do some arguing. But that's not our intention here, and that's not what we want to have people arguing about on our comments.
Yeah, that'll
So-
just be deleted if it is.
Yeah. So if you
mentioned it just to get it out there.
if you feel a certain way about this guy, we're not going to bring that into this.
Right.
We're not looking to have that discussion here. We're looking to talk about the album, Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Right. We touched on it to get it out there and out of the way and be done with it. So that's been discussed, and that is what it is.
So this is going to be a purely music-related episode, as
Sure.
they always are. And we'll be back with our live reaction right after this.
All right.